This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 5th day of December in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. Guyana's first digital school and online platform designed to provide students with access to learning materials was launched today. The platform is expected to transform education delivery through technology and digital learning tools, and will also be available to students in the Caribbean. At the launch today, President Irfan Ali said the platform is to ensure equalized education access and to ensure that high-quality lessons are available to all students. Among other things, the aim of the digital school is to bridge the educational gap, particularly for students in remote areas who may not have access to extra lessons.
This digital school is not simply an educational project. It is a national development project. It is a regional development project. It is an economic transformation project. It is a survival project. It is a prosperity project for Guyana and the CARICOM region. And it is rooted in one simple truth. The world has changed, and it is changing faster than any time before in human history.
Noting that the future of education is digital, the president said the online platform will not replace teachers or reduce in-person learning, but will supplement what is being taught in the classroom and will also expand and enhance learning. President Ali said with Guyana's vast geography, where education could be uneven, the school is a tool for equality. He said the digital school will bridge the education divide.
If we do not begin now to bridge that gap, and if we do not do so decisively, deliberately, and consistently, our children will inherit not opportunity, but dependence. They will be consumers of the digital world, not creators. They will be passengers, not drivers. Our intention for Guyana and this region is to build drivers, not passengers. We cannot compete. We cannot be the best we can be if we settle ourselves to being passengers all of our life. We have to learn to be drivers.
And Education Minister Sonia Parag said the school will position Guyana as a leader in digital education and will also empower students to learn at their own pace.
Our children can move through technology with an ease that tells us they are ready for a world that rewards curiosity, confidence, and adaptability. Our job now is to make sure the education system keeps pace, not by demonizing technology, but by adopting it responsibly and deliberately. The Guyana Digital School is one of the ways we will achieve this target.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Decon Mitchell, who addressed the ceremony virtually, said the school is a timely intervention for the wider region. He also said it will provide a platform for the region's students to be on par with the rest of the world. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you. Every year somebody wins, but this year?
This year is my turn.
I'm going big. 48,000? Easy, that's 6 coupons.
Smart and fast. My win is just a scan away. Oh, and I take in that fridge too.
This is the winning one.
This year, the win is mine.
Shop $8,000 or more at any 6 Massey stores, and you'll get a chance to win our grand prize, the brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, plus amazing consolation prizes. Massey stores, our family serving your family.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. Make this Christmas happen with Republic Bank this year.
With major focus on development in Guyana's booming oil and gas industry, local content development, and opportunities that exist in various sectors of the country, including manufacturing, the 5th Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo was officially launched this morning at the Aden Hotel here in Georgetown. It will be held under the theme, Building Tomorrow's Future Today. The conference, which brings together key industry leaders and experts from across the world in the oil and gas sector, is set to take place from the 17th to the 20th of February. Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat said in just 5 years, the conference has made leaps and bounds, creating opportunities for investment, networking, partnerships, and discourse as the country's oil and gas sector experiences unprecedented growth. With Guyana now recognized as one of the largest producers of oil per capita in the world, the government, Minister Barrett said, continues to place tremendous focus on the management of the industry. Key to the industry, he noted, is human resource development, and as such, the Energy Conference will place heavy focus on local content development. Already, the government has begun consultation on the Local Content Act with the intention of having it amended early next year.
This conference, I believe, will focus a lot on local content. That has really been a success story for us in Guyana. It's something that we can boast about in comparison to many other oil-producing countries around the world. That legislation has enabled almost 1,300 local businesses to partake in the oil and gas sector. Otherwise, in many other countries, they would have just been onlookers, bystanders, or awaiting just revenue that flows into the government to derive benefits from. But today, they're directly benefiting from the oil and gas sector by way of employment. We have close to 7,000 Guyanese now employed in the oil and gas sector, trained and employed in the oil and gas sector, and maybe another 3,000-4,000 that are indirectly employed in the sector. That is quite an achievement for a very short period of time.
With oil production now surpassing 900,000 barrels per day, the Natural Resources Minister said it is necessary to strengthen the Local Content Act as more and more investors take up opportunities in Guyana. The Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo will also explore supply chain opportunities, as well as opportunities in information technology and manufacturing. Minister Barrett reasoned that with the gas energy project now advanced, there will be opportunities for investment in manufacturing due to the anticipated reduction in the cost of power.
So in my view, manufacturing will be one of the most critical areas that any investor or any investment coming into the country or even local investors should look at. Because if you look around and in our daily lives, if you look at what we use, what we consume, what we interact with, most of it or if not all of it, are not produced in Guyana. And that's a sad reality.
And the president of ExxonMobil Guyana, Alastair Rutledge, said the energy conference is taking place at a time when Guyana continues to experience exponential growth in the oil and gas industry. He said ExxonMobil and its co-venturers are pleased to be a part of Guyana's story. The 5th edition of the conference, he noted, will present an opportunity for the country to measure the gains made since the last conference, particularly with regards to the development of the country's gas resources.
In the 2025 edition, we created a vision. We shared a vision. We introduced a vision of what more could be possible as we look not just to develop the oil resource, but also the gas resource in Guyana. And I remember the excitement that created and so many more follow-on conversations, which have continued since then. And so I look forward in the 2026 edition of the Energy Conference to us updating that vision, talking about the progress that we have all made, and then talking about what is needed in order to continue on this remarkable journey in Guyana.
The Exxon boss said it will also create an opportunity for players in the industry to discuss the investments needed in infrastructure development, whether offshore or onshore. The last conference, which was held in February this year, brought together more than 10,000 participants, 200 exhibitors, 30 sponsors, and 75 speakers from more than 40 countries. The Guyana Police Force has named head of its narcotics branch, woman Deputy Police Superintendent Fiona Fredericks, as its best cop for this year, for her and her team's role in intercepting and destroying large amounts of cannabis and cannabis fields during the year. Fredericks led 12 operations where large amounts of marijuana were intercepted and destroyed, firearms were seized, and persons arrested. The force's Criminal Investigations Department once again dominated the awards ceremony this morning. And while all ranks were commended for their performances, the Home Affairs Minister Onesh Walron told them that their work has just started. During her remarks at the ceremony, Minister Walron told the ranks that she envisions a Guyana police force that is more community-oriented, professional, and focused.
I urge every officer to recommit to the solemn oath you took. Guyana is changing rapidly and policing must evolve with equal speed. Our force must remain adaptable, professional, fair, community-focused, and trusted. Let the coming year be defined by 3 guiding words: integrity, accountability, and service. Together, let us strengthen a police force worthy of the nation we are building.
Walron said while the force recorded many successes this year, it also recorded unprecedented challenges, where evolving crimes and criminal networks are challenging current policing strategies.
Some criminal networks are more organized, more adaptive, and at times more emboldened. These realities demand a police force that is modern, well-equipped, technology-driven, and unwavering in its professionalism. Yet, despite these pressures, you have remained on the front line, protecting life and property, responding to emergencies, supporting victims, and maintaining stability across all 10 regions.
The Home Affairs Minister said the year has been historic in terms of investments in the Guyana Police Force and policing in general. She highlighted the infrastructural and other development that the force is undergoing. In addition, the Commissioner of Police stated that the force continues to invest in its ranks, noting that some 3,510 ranks were promoted this year based on merit, while more than 1,900 ranks received scholarships and sponsorship from the Guyana Police Force. Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken today promised that the Guyana Police Force is in its transformative era, where it is building a solid force worthy of public trust. During the Police Force's awards ceremony this morning, the Commissioner said while the police officers generally performed their duties with integrity this year, there were 20 police officers who were criminally charged. He said the force has already begun putting systems in place to ensure such incidences are minimized. Among the measures he said is an updated strategic plan, which will get into motion next year, and which will set the stage for the police force's new transformative agenda.
As we protect our future, I want to say this. For the year 2025, we are seeing 20 police being charged criminally and is currently before the court. Let me go this again. For the year 2025, 20 police were charged criminally and they are placed before the court. And so as we project for 2026, considering all of this, and as 2025 concludes, with distinguished accomplishments, we step into 2026 with confidence. In the year, the Guyana Police Force will accelerate transformative reform and will lay a foundation for the 2027-2031 strategic plan.
Commissioner Hickins said the country is currently entering into a new era, and policing must adapt and change to respond to new threats. And responding to those threats, he said, must be men and women of high integrity and morale. Further, he noted that citizens' eyes are always on the ranks and how they conduct themselves. He urged ranks to be professionals and to go about their day-to-day operations while safeguarding themselves with integrity.
As we enter a new era of policing, the standards will rise. Expectations will be sharpened, and our nation will depend on us more than ever. We are seeing that, and it's coming, and every little thing that supposed to be done is not done, it will be a talk in the social media. And so we need to be prepared in a comprehensive way to minimize any distraction.
Hicken also said the police force has seen transformation in its digital push, which he noted is to ensure accountability. Looking ahead, the commissioner promised that reports will be taken digitally so as to ensure that there is more transparency in handling cases.
Strong infrastructure demands stronger performance to match it. On the strategic pillar performance, we continue to modernize policing, not just by enforcing the law, but by anticipating, analyzing, and responding with intelligence. In 2025, we strengthen accountability and operational efficiency through digital transformation.
The top cop said the police force has expanded technology-driven policing and has established 5 command centers, with 2 being fully operational.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market. Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Hi, my name is Stephen Jacobs, Minister within the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. Health and fitness is the heart of a strong nation. And when we have strong Guyanese citizens, it helps with discipline and also productivity, and also a long-lasting life for you. So, for that reason, I'm endorsing the Energy Conference run on the 15th of February, 2026. See you there.
Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. Make this Christmas happen with Republic Bank this year.
The government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Natural Resources, is preparing to sign off on another production sharing agreement, this time with Sabelli Energy, for exploration activities in Block S7, Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Barrett announced today. Sabelli Energy, a petroleum company out of Ghana, is among 6 companies that were awarded a total of 8 blocks offshore Guyana. The production sharing agreement, according to the Natural Resources Minister, will be signed on Tuesday.
Sibyl has really advanced the negotiation with us to a stage where we would have finalized the agreement with them, and that is the company that we'll be signing with Tuesday at 9 a.m. So we're very happy to have them in country as well too. And they will be bringing a partner from one of the major operators in Nigeria as their operator rather.
It was explained that the PSA will be identical to the one signed back in November with Total Energies along with its co-venturers. The PSA includes a royalty rate of 10% on all petroleum produced and sold by the contractor, 50-50 profit sharing provisions after cost recovery, and 65% cost recovery. Once the agreement is signed, Sabelli will be required to pay a signing bonus of $15 million to the government of Guyana. The agreement signed with Total Energies and its partners covers shallow water block S4. The group is the first from among the 6 bidders to have signed off on the PSA since the initiation of the 2022 licensing round. Total Energies has a 40% share in Block S4, while Qatar Energy and Petronas have 30% each. Block S4 spans an area of more than 1,788 square kilometers. The Natural Resources Minister said the government is still negotiating with the other companies that were awarded blocks based on that last licensing round. Those companies include Cispro Incorporated, International Group Investments Inc., and Montego Energy, ExxonMobil, Hess and Sinnock, and Delcor Incorporated, Wattad Energy, and Arabian Drillers.
During the bid round, there are a few companies that were awarded blocks. Of course, the Total Qatar and Petronas consortium, we'd have signed with them. Exxon was awarded one. We're still in talks with Exxon on the S8 block. And then there was the ITG group, the investment group from Africa. They were awarded one too. Delcor was awarded a deep water one, Cispro 2 as well, and Sibyl 1 in the shallow water.
A third PSA is expected to be signed before the end of the year. Currently, only U.S. oil giant ExxonMobil and its partners are operating in the Stabroek Block. Guyana began oil production in December of 2019. The country has moved from producing an average of 80,000 barrels of oil per day in 2020 to an average now of 930,000 barrels of oil per day in the Stabroek Block. Contending that Guyanese are experiencing economic challenges, particularly those living in poverty, the APNU today challenged the government to increase the cash grant to citizens aged 18 years and older to no less than $150,000. On the elections campaign trail earlier this year, President Irfan Ali hinted at the possibility of Guyanese benefiting from a second tranche in time for Christmas. But with just 20 days left before Christmas holidays, there has been no announcement about a cash grant in time for Christmas. At the press conference today, APNU parliamentary leader Dr. Terence Campbell said there should be a prompt increase in the cash grant to alleviate the financial burdens of citizens at this time.
Citizens require this Christmas relief to cope with rising living costs and poor infrastructure, which increase costs and stress for vulnerable, hinterland, rural, and struggling citizens amid heightened expectations.
The APNU estimates that by December 2025, approximately 604,000 citizens will qualify for the cash grant. Dr. Campbell said the proposed grant of $150,000 per citizen will result in a total expenditure of $90.6 billion, an amount he noted represents a manageable percentage of the total projected government revenue. He submitted that in addition to easing the financial struggles facing Guyanese, the cash grant would stimulate the local economy.
The cash grant is essential for those struggling with basic needs. It will provide immediate support and enhance their quality of life. The cash grant will increase cash flow among citizens. It will boost local economies as beneficiaries will likely spend the grant on essential goods and services. This infusion of cash can stimulate demand in various sectors, also promoting job creation and economic revitalization.
Campbell also said the cash grant should not be seen as a mere expenditure, but as an investment in the well-being of citizens, and the government should approach the parliament soonest to initiate the approval process for the proposed cash transfer to ensure prompt disbursement. The police constable who was caught on camera issuing threats and firing off a high-powered weapon multiple times in a reckless manner while in a drunken state has been charged and remanded to jail. Police Constable Daniel Henry, who worked in Region 1, appeared in court on Thursday, where he faced the charge of possession of a firearm with the intent to injure. Appearing before Magistrate Rabindranath Singh and the Port Kaituma Magistrates Court via Zoom, Constable Henry was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge. The magistrate denied him bail and remanded him to prison until the next court date in January. The video of the constable in plain clothes waving around a high-powered weapon at a group of persons, then repeatedly firing it off, surfaced on social media earlier this week, prompting a full investigation by the Office of Professional Responsibility. The constable was placed under close arrest when the investigation started, and upon the completion of the investigation, it was recommended that he face charges.
Whether you're heading up the highway or just picking up the kids in Guyana, do it in power and style with the Isuzu MU-X. With the 7 full-size seats, turbo diesel power, and off-road control, Isuzu MU-X is built to handle any family lifestyle. Available at Marix, the authorized Isuzu dealer. Call 226-1306 for more details. Isuzu MU-X, robust, safe, and bold.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Something new has been growing, and it's now ready for you to pick.
Fresh.
Taste the Fruta freshness. Pick the fresh new 200 ml size today. Live Frutiful.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, another important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. Make this Christmas happen with Republic Bank this year. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. Top law enforcement officials in Cuba said Thursday the island was prioritizing the fight against narcotics trafficking in the Caribbean and continued to provide information to the U.S. Coast Guard amid escalating tensions and surging U.S. military presence in the region. Cuba and the United States in 2017 agreed to cooperate in the fight against drug trafficking, but Cuba's chief border guard told reporters in Havana formal engagement between the two longtime rival nations had ended under the second administration of U.S. President Donald Trump. He said Cuba nonetheless routinely provides the U.S. Coast Guard with intelligence, locations, routes, and characteristics of boats suspected of trafficking drugs near its waters. Cuba is not a black hole, like some like to say, he said, adding that the island's proactive approach contributed both to the security of the region and especially to that of the United States. He said Cuba had provided more than 1,500 tips and intelligence on drug traffickers to the U.S. Coast Guard between 1990 and November 30, 2025. Senator Flavio Bolsonaro said on Friday that his father, former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, has signaled he will back a presidential run next year by his eldest son. The senator wrote on X that his father had chosen him for the mission. The head of Bolsonaro's right-wing Liberal Party, Valdemar Costa Neto, told Reuters he had learned from the senator that the former president had ratified his candidacy. News of Bolsonaro's plan hit Brazilian markets on Friday, with the country's currency slipping 2% against the US dollar and the benchmark stock index down 3%. Some investors had bet on Bolsonaro backing a more market-friendly name with executive experience to challenge President Luiz Lula da Silva next year. And finally tonight, international news. A U.S. panel of vaccine advisors has voted to end a long-standing recommendation for vaccinations against hepatitis B virus, HPV, right after birth. The Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, ACEP, voted 8-3 to back individual-based decision-making on whether to vaccinate babies born to mothers who have tested negative for the liver infection. In June, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired all members of the ACEP and replaced them with others who are critical of vaccines. The U.S. has vaccinated newborns against hepatitis B since 1991, and data suggests that since then, the shots have prevented an estimated 90,000 deaths. The ACIP is responsible for making recommendations to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on when and who should be vaccinated. The acting director, the CDC, has the final sign-off on the recommendation. The new guidance also suggests that babies who do not receive a birth dose of the vaccine should get their initial dose of the shot no earlier than 2 months of age, a recommendation that several members of the group opposed. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a safe and enjoyable weekend.